crack a Croix one with the boys.
Yeah.
Three, two, one.
It's not the worst.
It's alright.
Did I start? Okay, so I'm Alana.
And I'm Lauren.
And we're the Croix Boyz.
So this is a podcast where we drink something that we don't like, which is LaCroix, and then we talk about something that, at least one of us likes.
Yes.
And today, we are drinking passion fruit LaCroix.
Yeah, which I like the eight that we have drank. This is a medium tier. It's not terrible. It's not great comparatively.
I think it kind of tastes good. I mean, it's like the weaker brand of almost strawberry or some sort of fruit soda.
I guess. Let me go over the list that we have real quick. So we have, in our current ranking order, number 1, we have strawberry mango, lemon, black cherry white claw, pineapple strawberry, berry, lime, coconut, and last, in the same last place position, pure/coffee exotica. I'm thinking either above pineapple strawberry, either above or below pineapple strawberry. But I don't think it's as good as the black cherry white claw, to be honest.
I think you're right. Although I know you probably like black cherry more than me.
That's true.
I would put it under black cherry.
Alright, sounds good. And what rating are you feeling? I might give it the same score I gave pineapple strawberry, to be honest. I might give it another 2.75. It's not bad. I just also think it's like a little weak. Maybe I'll give it a 2.8. I'll give it 2.8 probably.
I'm looking at the scores that I gave the pineapple strawberry, which is actually the pina fraise or something, and the black cherry, and it was 2.4 and 2.5 respectively, and there's not much wiggle room. Maybe I don't know, less than 2.5.
Less than, what does that mean?
Okay, put 2.49.
Okay.
Well, I wanted you to put a less than sign. But I guess 2.49.
Okay, 2.49. Alright, there you go. So our current standing now is strawberry mango number 1, lemon, black cherry white claw, passion fruit, pineapple strawberry, berry, lime, coconut, and pure/coffee exotica.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been thinking.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure the night that I had coffee exotica was either the night before or the night of that I threw up.
Oh. Was the coffee exotica the one you didn't finish? Or was that a different? No,
I finished that.
Yeah.
But last week I didn't finish it because I did throw up and I didn't want that to happen.
Okay.
So I think we could put it below pure if you want.
Oh, you want to put it below pure? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was Croix My Heart, and we named it thusly because we take our rankings very seriously.
We do. It's a very important part.
Yeah.
It's the namesake of the podcast.
Yeah, we're staking our creative lives on our integrity in reviewing these LaCroix.
Yep.
So throughout this podcast, we're gonna attempt to finish the LaCroix. I'm gonna attempt to finish it tonight.
Okay.
And it will be our Croix to bear.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll remember to give updates about that.
Yeah, so when we finish it, we're supposed to say when we finish it.
Yeah.
But it might not happen by accident.
So now that we finished talking about this less than tasteful drink, we're going to talk about the piece of media which we consumed this week. And it was my pick. And I chose a musical by Star Kid. an internet musical called Twisted. Yeah, we kind of already talked about how he got into Star Kid.
Yeah, we did last time when we watched
the Solid Squad. Doo-doo-doo. This is kind of like, I feel like this was their second era of, or maybe like third era of new like shows. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really my favorite out of all of them. Yeah. But it was definitely a solid musical. Yeah. Sure. And I remember that the last time I watched it, I was actually playing it in the room that we're in right now on the TV in that corner while I was building that desk in the other corner. Oh. So that's kind of, that's a fond memory that I have of it. So I don't know if you even heard of it.
Because the last one that I like fully watched was the Holy Musical Batman, and that one came out in 2012. So
I think this one actually came out in 2013.
Yeah, it did. When I was looking up stuff. Yeah, that one came out in 2013. So at this point, I wasn't really watching Star Kid stuff. Overall, I mean, it was okay. I think I like Solid Squad a little bit more. Okay. I think partially it's because I don't really care for Aladdin that much. Yeah. Whereas I like Scooby-Doo. Like, I would choose to watch Scooby-Doo. Whereas, like, if you gave me a list of, like, Disney movies, Aladdin would probably not make the top 10 of movies I want to watch. So I think that's where it comes from. But, like, I feel like if I liked Aladdin, I would have liked it more. But it was solid. I didn't hate it. I liked it more than some of the other stuff that you chose. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna throw out the Wikipedia summary so that
I forgot it last time when we did High School Musical, but I feel like everyone knows High School Musical.
Yeah, they know the general plot of it. So I actually got this from their website, a description. Hop on your flying carpet, because this musical parody retells the classic tale of Aladdin from the villain's point of view. Ooh. Long ago in the Magic Kingdom, one misunderstood royal vizier will go on a quest to save his city from its bumbling sultan, an invading prince, and the most notorious thief to ever live. With the help of the kingdom's free-spirited teenage princess, the vizier must find a magical lamp containing a wish-granting djinn, who's really funny, by the way, and defeat the city's most wanted criminal, Aladdin. This musical adventure celebrates and lovingly pokes at everyone's favorite series of hand-drawn animated films. All right.
There you go.
I guess I didn't like it that much, probably for the same reason. Like, I wasn't that invested in it. Mm-hmm. And also, I think it's almost like a parody on Wicked, too. Yeah, because it's definitely like Wicked meets Aladdin.
Yeah, and I don't care so much about Wicked. I know that our dad had the book Wicked. Yeah, okay. And so I tried reading it several times as like a middle schooler or something, and I just never was able to finish it. Yeah. And so I've never seen the musical.
Yeah. So I'm not like a big like musical person. Oh my gosh. I think this one's kind of the most like traditional musical out of all the Star Kid plays, and I think that had a lot to do with it because I didn't enjoy all of the music as much, even though it was good, solid music. Yeah, I don't know, it was a lot of just orchestra band stuff instead of like kind of rock ballads. So I think that's kind of why it didn't stand out for me. But I definitely understand why this would be like someone's favorite Star Kid play. Mm-hmm. Maybe Harry Potter not included. The main character, Jafar, he had a lot of heart.
Yeah, sure.
It was a story that actually had like some heart. It was trying to tell a message, and sometimes the Star Kid shows are just like joke after joke after joke just for the fun of it, which I would prefer. Yeah, okay. There's not as many interesting characters.
That's true. I had a hard time choosing characters for our character pick.
Yeah. And that's something that I've said is what I need in one of my favorite shows.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I don't think it had that much of a crazy plot either.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
well, it couldn't really, because it literally basically followed the plot of Aladdin.
Yeah.
So they didn't have they didn't have as much room with it, I think.
Mm-hmm. I definitely liked all the jokes and all the references.
Yeah.
Maybe not the genie, because there were just so many that I didn't get.
Yeah, it was a lot. But I feel like that was kind of the point. So I didn't mind that much.
Yeah. But I guess, like, watching it for, like, the third or fourth or fifth time, and I still don't get it, they get kind of old.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the delivery is definitely funny.
The crowd loved that guy when we were watching.
They really did.
What was I going to say?
Oh, I was going to say that I liked the references, and that, like, the kingdom that Jafar and the princess were, like, ruling was supposed to be about, like, the 2D department of Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And how, like, Disney acquired Pixar.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And people clapped at that. That's the way to win people over. So yeah, it was clever. It was fun. It had substance. Yeah, most people would enjoy it. I don't know if everybody would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Just because it's that kind of, like, outrageous humor still.
Yeah.
And also a musical.
Yeah, there's some things that I was like, I don't know about if people would like it. Like the tiger part where they're making fun of the prince or whatever, that whole thing.
I like that.
No, I'm saying not everyone would like it. That's my point.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. Just because, like, they had, like, a whole song center around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. But it might not be a standout favorite, but I liked it.
Yeah, that's good. So, one of the problems, right? One of the problems that I had in the show. So when Jafar becomes when he's like, he gets the lamp and he starts making wishes. These are the only 2 notes that I wrote. Because I was like, I don't understand this. So one of them I said, why didn't he use magic to attack Aladdin? That part was weird. Why wasn't he using magic to attack people? All of a sudden, it was like, I don't got any magic anymore. And that was weird. And then also I wrote, why didn't he wish to help the citizens? Why wasn't that a thing that was on his mind? Why was he wishing for all these other things if he's supposed to be good? It's just like, I don't know. I feel like, again, they had to follow a formula, so there's only so much you can do. Yeah. But I was just like, that doesn't make any sense. And it muddies up, like, his character. Like, he's, like, supposed to be this misunderstood bad guy. And I was like, or good guy, whatever. You know what I mean? It was like, that doesn't make any sense.
I think it just plain didn't make any sense.
I wish the first 2 wishes he made were different. If he was still a genie, that would have been fine, I guess. I don't know.
I think the excuse for him would be that in the moment he was angry and he was trying to do something. It's like, I just need power now to be able to do something. But I also think that he realized that he wasn't really the one that should make the wishes, which is why he gave it to the princess.
Sure.
I can see how his backstory about how he came to the palace and he wanted to make big changes, but he realized he didn't have any power.
Yeah.
And even as the royal vizier, the head vizier, he still didn't make any of the real changes that he wanted. So he probably thought more power to be able to make that change because that's how he was still thinking. And
I guess.
I don't know, the princess, maybe she would have better ideas. She wouldn't be stuck in that mindset.
I guess.
So those are my excuses for Jafar.
Sure.
Okay, so basically there are 12 songs in there. I'm just going to do the top 6.
For you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just so that we could discuss them.
Yeah.
Because the other ones, I barely remembered.
Okay.
I'll list them off. I'll list off the last 6 just really quickly.
Okay.
So the last 6 that I put on my list as my kind of least favorite. 1,001 Nights. That was at the end where Jafar and his late wife were like singing in the lamp or whatever.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that was my top of the last 6.
Uh-huh.
Then Take Off Your Clothes, which was like a part of your world.
Yeah.
That Aladdin and the princess were singing. And then Dream a Little Harder, which was kind of the opening song.
Right.
Kind of parodied the opening song in Beauty and the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Then If I Believed, which I don't really know when that song happened, which is why it's at the bottom.
I definitely don't know that.
Yeah, Jafar was singing it. I don't know. I looked up the lyrics and like I don't remember where this fits.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna put it here because it's doing nothing for me.
Yeah.
Then Happy Ending. That was where Aladdin, the princess, and Jafar were kind of all singing a different song, kind of singing their like the chorus to their own respective songs.
When was this in like the plot of the play? Do you remember? Because I like literally wouldn't be able to tell you.
It probably was in the middle. It didn't have quite that much to do with the plot.
Okay.
But yeah, again, it's down there because I barely remember it.
Right.
And it wasn't that much of a bop.
Mm-hmm. Then
the song The Power in Me that Jasmine sings.
Okay.
You remember that one?
No.
Neither do I. Okay. So those are the 6 songs. So number 6, my 6th favorite is Everything and More, which Jasmine sings.
Oh, yeah. I remember that
I want the moon.
Uh-huh.
I want to live on the moon.
Yeah.
And eat it as a pie. And keep it as a pet. And wear it as a gemstone in my hair.
Yeah. That one, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that song.
A lot of good lyrics.
Uh-huh.
The singer, her singing, her acting in it was really good.
Yeah.
It really established the character and who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a funny parody on a Disney princess.
Yeah.
And then 5th, I have The Golden Rule.
Oh, yeah. I remember The Golden Rule.
And specifically, I like I actually don't know how to pronounce this word. I think I pronounce it in my head wrong all the time. I like the reprise.
The reprise.
I call it reprise in my head, but I think it's the reprise or something.
Me and reprise.
You, me, and reprise. And I like the reprise where all the, like, it's a flashback to when Jafar first went to the palace.
Yeah.
And all the viziers are like, oh, you're not gonna do any change here without doing your dues and getting more power.
Money.
Yeah.
That's the golden rule was
And
money.
by the way, I wrote down the lyrics to all of these and I'm going to try to sing them, Alana.
All right, go for it.
Okay. So, like, the first part was, like, all cheerful for the citizens.
Yeah.
And it's like, follow the golden rule. You gotta follow. But that's not the part I wrote. I wrote about the reprise.
Okay.
Follow the golden rule. Boy, don't be such a fool. Damn your stupid charity. We chase our own prosperity. We follow the gold, follow the gold. Follow the gold, follow the gold. And rule. And do you want to jump in? Follow the gold and rule. Follow the gold and rule. So yeah, that was fun. It was like kind of jazzy, but it had that angst.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a bop. I had a good time.
Yeah, that was a good song.
That was one of my notes. I just wrote down golden rule.
Okay.
Because when I watched it the other times, I didn't really think about it that much, but it was a good song.
Uh-huh.
And then the third one I had is the titular song Twisted. And that was a really cool song. They had different characters, Disney villains, jump in and do a verse telling their story and how it got twisted.
Yeah.
And so they had Gaston. That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
They had Ursula, who came out first.
Yep.
They had Scar.
Right.
You know, he had some pretty cool lines in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had some B character villains come out. They had Hook, Captain Hook, and they also had Maleficent.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had Cruella DeVille come out, and she just sang about how she wanted to get a puppy coat, and then the other villains kicked her off the stage.
Yep. I thought a lot of the verses in that song were really good.
Yeah.
They made sense. It was a good time. Even though I sound like I didn't have a good time when I said that, I was like, I had a good time.
I don't remember how this one goes. How will they tell my story? How will they tell my tale? Will anybody even care? I don't know. I don't remember how it goes that much.
I definitely don't remember.
Yeah, it was kind of in the middle, and Jafar was singing about it. I'm like, that's kind of nice lyric.
Sure.
I don't know. I want to say relatable, but not quite that relatable.
I think it's just the song made sense.
Yeah, it made sense. And it made you sympathize.
Yeah.
And it definitely communicated the message of the show, which is basically Wicked's message.
Yeah.
So the second song I have is Orphaned at 33.
Oh. Yeah, that song.
Yeah.
That was fun. That one was funny.
Yeah, that was where Aladdin was singing. Wait, did I leave a song off? Oh, I skipped. Oh, my bad. My bad, you guys.
Oh. What has happened to you?
So 6 was Everything and More, 5 was Golden Rule, and 4 was I Steal Everything.
Oh, okay.
So that came after Twisted.
Okay.
And that was the one that was like parodying One Jump Ahead.
Yeah.
He was singing about how he's poor and he only steals what he can't afford, which is everything. So he was like, I steal everything. And I just really enjoyed Aladdin's dance moves in the middle of it.
Okay.
And the lyric that I wrote is, who would seek employment when life offers such enjoyment? And yeah, that was where he did like the Cabbage Patch. And
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty fun. Also when, he stole the raisin bread. And he was like, oh, I hate raisin bread. And then he goes down to the bread maker. And he was like, Monkey said that we should just kill you. And now I'm thinking he's right. And I thought that was pretty funny. So yeah. I thought it was a good song. I enjoyed most everything. Most of it. So yeah, and then 3 was Twisted. Then 2 was Orphaned at 33.
Okay, got it.
And that's where he was singing to the princess that his parents died. And he was trying to get sympathy from her so that she would comfort him. And like that was his move. Man, my throat hurts.
Yeah. You want some real water? You want to go get some real water?
Nah.
All right. Yeah, no, it's a funny song. I liked it. It was a bit of a plot twist in terms of like what his age was compared to Jasmine's.
So the lyric I have is, they call me jerk off, a burnout, a punk. I don't remember how this goes.
Don't look at me then. I don't remember. Why would I remember how your song goes?
Call me a jerk off, a burnout, a punk, but I can't let that junk in my head. I could have been a contender if not for the fact that my parents are dead. It doesn't go like that at all, but I really can't be bothered to remember it or look it up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I won't force you to.
But yeah, I'm sure that line sounded cooler. But also, I like the part at the end especially. And it was like, I'm gonna live forever.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was talking about how he'll never let his children be orphaned at 33. So, yeah, I thought that was funny.
And then it's like weird because then later you find out that he killed his parents.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Sorry, I didn't know.
Spoiler.
I didn't know, and also we spoiled the whole thing. So who cares?
Yeah, we did. Oh, you're right. You're right about the Jafar thing. But that's the way the actual movie goes.
Sure, but I'm just saying.
All right. And then number 1, my favorite song.
Okay.
No One Remembers Ahmed.
Oh, okay.
The Tiger song.
The Tiger song.
Yeah. So Ahmed was basically the prince that met up with Jasmine in the beginning of Aladdin, and then she set her tiger on him. Like, most of my favorite jokes were probably centered around Ahmed. And they were like acknowledging literally that he was the throwaway joke just to establish her reluctance to get married.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. It's funny because it's true.
Yep. Those are the best jokes.
This is what I wrote down as an integral lyric for why I like this song.
Okay.
In your homeland, you're a legend. All the people know your name. On the battlefield and off, you're superior. In the kingdom, I'm finding that my only claim to fame is an incident involving my posterior. And then the guards go, posterior. I have won scores of bloody wars and mopped the floors with my foes, but no one remembers Ahmed. And then it kind of goes off into like this kind of jaunty tune.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that's the most like kind of flashiest kind of in the way that it was written of all the songs.
Sure, yeah.
You know, there's a kick line at the end. You know, it was just a good time. Good time all around.
I didn't put this person as my best boy, but I like the guy who was complimenting the prince. He's like, he'll always be my prince.
Yeah.
I like that guy.
Yeah, he's definitely like one of my favorite actors on there. For our character rankings, my best boy would be Jafar.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think, you know, he's just the only guy who's any good all around, any character. You know, I thought it was just a good kind of regular person.
Sure. And
we do follow him all the way throughout. And it was a good time, you know. He was funny. Well, what I meant by good time is that, like, it wasn't really boring and you still rooted for him.
Sure.
Yeah, should probably elaborate. Yeah, and Dylan Sanders, who plays Jafar, he's, like, such a good singer.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, and he's funny. And he knows how to play a part.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I actually was considering putting him on my Croix Boy list. I was going to put him as my Croix Boy, but I was thinking about putting him as an honorable mention. Mostly because, like, I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't so much that, like, I hated him as a character. I just felt like some of his actions were questionable.
Just like Allie from The Society.
Sure, yeah, I guess, in a way. Except a lot more level-headed than Allie and more focused, I would say. But like I said, I just felt like some of his actions were questionable in terms of, like, I didn't always feel a lot of pity for him, but I don't know. I just, you know, he's okay. I didn't put him on my list. I decided not to because I was like, he's okay. At the end of the day, I just didn't like some of the actions that he did, and I didn't think that was enough to put him on the Croix Boy list. So there you go. But my best boy is the captain. I chose the captain as my best boy.
I almost put him as my honorable mention.
Because I feel like he, he just did his duty. He did his best. And I feel like he was, he properly stuck to what he wanted to do in his duties the most. And I felt like what he wanted to do was, You know, he's just trying to do the right thing. And, you know, that's what I appreciate about him. And he still made some good jokes. And it was funny when he was on screen. So I enjoyed his character.
Yeah.
And his time in the play.
I think he made some good jokes.
Yep.
I think, you know, he didn't do enough.
That's true. He didn't do enough.
He was part of the problem.
Well, I was talking about, I wish I saw him more. Not as in, like, literally he didn't do enough.
Well, I mean, I know it was the joke that he was always say, "It's all your fault, Jafar." And, you know, it was pretty funny. But, you know, he didn't do anything about it. I mean, probably wasn't his job.
But, yeah, he probably had more or less, or I would say about or less power than as Jafar. So I feel like
I don't know what he stood for, you know? I mean, it was, you know, he did lead the people in the chase against Aladdin, but he didn't really...
He did his best, that's what I'm saying.
But he just, like, came back and, you know, just started berating Jafar, you know? I don't know. That's the only side that we see from him. I just couldn't fully relate to him, you know? I'm sorry. But he was funny. And, you know, I think...
I'm gonna fight you.
I think he was a good guy. I'm not sure if it was enough.
You're not enough.
Alright, you got any honorable mentions, Alana?
I don't actually.
Oh, yeah.
I talked about this. It was hard for me to choose characters, just because most of them, you're supposed to not like the majority of them, I feel like, so it was hard for me to choose anyone. And then, like, there are characters that I guess, to me, like a best boy, you have to like what they do on the stage and like them as a character. Like, sometimes the characters, they're bad characters and they do bad things and you still like them. But I feel like I wouldn't choose them as a best boy because I feel like they're still morally wrong. So that's why I was like...
I feel like pretty much everybody on the show was morally wrong except for Jafar. Well, I mean...
I don't think that at all. That's not true. Jafar, what?
Okay, just the main characters.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't think he was fundamentally bad. I think he made bad decisions.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
But they came from a good and mostly relatable place.
I would say relatable. I wouldn't go as far to say is good. Anyway, go just say your honorable mentions.
Alright, so my first honorable mention, my runner-up, is Prince Ahmed.
Okay, sure.
I don't know, I thought it was funny, you know, his main song was my favorite song. You know, he expressed a lot of confidence in himself, which is something that I admire, you know?
Yeah.
He stood up for himself. And, you know, in that way, we can, I guess not, I don't really want to say support, but in this fictional place, you know, you can get behind his actions.
Sure.
And, you know, he inspired some pretty loyal, kind-hearted followers.
Yeah, well, let's not go as far as say kind-hearted. Some of them weren't fully kind-hearted, but they just were very loyal.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought they had some sweet words to say to him.
To him, but not to probably anybody else.
I guess you're right. But anyway, yeah, he's probably the character that I enjoyed. Probably the most, but still, you know.
Sure.
I can't say that I liked him completely. So my next honorable mention is Just Stretch Marks guy, which you mentioned earlier. So when the tiger, like, scratched Prince Ahmed's butt, he was like, "What is this?" And then, I don't know what the other two people said. But then, at the end, the last guy said, "They're just stretch marks. Yeah. They happen."
Yep.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
He had some other lines in the song. And, you know, he definitely stole our hearts.
Yeah. I guess he is my honorable mention.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. And then that same actor was pretty good as, I forget the name, I think Abdul.
Oh, okay.
Like his twin brother died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Press F in the chat. Cut that out.
Internet jokes.
Should we start out with the honorable mentions for Croix Boy?
Sure. So I don't have any honorable mentions, but that's because I have 2 Croix Boys. So don't me.
Didn't you pull this last time, Alana?
Did I?
I don't know.
I didn't.
Maybe
I didn't. I didn't do it. Maybe it was last time.
No, yeah. I'm thinking of the Society because that's the one I just edited.
Okay. Yeah, it was the last time. But I feel equally as strong, like, about both of them. So there you go.
Okay, so I had one honorable mention. I picked Aladdin.
Okay.
I feel like it was the obvious choice. Mm-hmm. But, he's the one who made me feel most uncomfortable when he was on screen.
Me too.
Even though he had some of the funniest jokes.
He did.
Like, I don't know. When it was bad, it was bad.
Yeah.
And the other ones, like, they were kind of not good people, but that's what made it funny.
Right, yeah.
Like, with the princess specifically.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say the princess, because her name's not Jasmine. Because that might be, like, copyrighted, yeah.
Aladdin is a public domain story.
Mm-hmm. So that's my only honorable mention.
Okay. So my 2 Croix Boys, I guess one of them could have been honorable mention, but I just had distaste enough for both of them that I decided to make them both my Croix Boys. So I chose the Sultan and Aladdin as my Croix Boys. I think they're both pretty obvious choices. I feel like the Sultan, he took Jafar's girl, which that wasn't great. And then claimed that the princess was his daughter. And then the things that he said were his jokes made me very uncomfortable.
You're right. I think I blocked that out because I was like, I was trying to think of characters and the Sultan came up in my head. I'm like, I don't know. I guess he wasn't that bad. He just talked with a funny voice.
No, I wish it was like that.
Yeah, but I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and then also he's the one who ordered for people to die. Like, it was him who was like, making a lot of... He was the reason that I feel like Jafar wasn't able to get stuff done, even though he didn't say that, which is why I had a problem with the thing. He should have said it. It would have taken one line. Anyway, my point is that I wasn't a big fan. I wish he wasn't very funny. He just made me feel comfortable.
Yeah, it wasn't that funny.
Yeah. I mean, the voice, if he had done the voice and the jokes were a little better, I probably would have liked him more.
Yeah.
Because the voice was good. I enjoyed it. And then Aladdin, many of the same reasons. He just made me feel uncomfortable on stage. Like, some of the stuff he did was funny, but then also I was like, I don't like this. I was like, I don't like him. Like, I like him a lot more, even though I wouldn't like put him on my Croix Boy list at all. Like, because he was funny, even though he did some morally wrong things. Like, overall, he was like, when he was on stage and stuff, I was like, I'm probably not gonna cringe. So there's a very low cringe chance.
Yeah.
So
like, we define this category by who leaves the worst taste in our mouth.
Yeah, and he did not leave a bad taste in my mouth at all. So that's why they both just made me feel comfortable on stage.
Yeah, I agree. So my Croix Boy, I feel like I might receive some sort of, like, I don't know, resistance, some critiques.
Oh, okay. I was going to
say
from
this
haters.
Choice. But this comes from a truly, like, personal reasoning.
Oh, okay.
I chose the monkey.
Oh, okay. I was thinking about the monkey.
Yeah, because, I found him creepy. he didn't have much to offer.
Mm-hmm.
From what I could tell, his main motivation is just to kill.
Yeah.
And maybe eat. I feel like I have a bit of a complicated relationship with monkeys in general. And just the general vibe
I thought you liked
that they
monkeys.
give off. Yeah. I mean, they used to be my favorite animal.
Uh-huh.
I even had a bedspread with monkeys on it.
Uh-huh. I
have a stuffed animal that I got from Hershey Park named Cece. And I remember that stuffed animal was one of my favorite, one top tier animals, stuffed animals. But then I read The Elephant Man and The Elephant Man,
reading
in 7th grade. He's
stories or dreams.
Yeah, he stayed like in a circus and he like slept next to the monkeys. I remember reading it, and the monkeys were like cruel to him and like and they're like throwing probably like peanut shells at him or something. And I just found them creepy. And then whenever I would see monkeys, I'm like, they're just creepy. They're little grubby things that just want to like pull at you and like pick at you and like throw things at you and just harass you.
Did I ever tell you about? Okay, so when I was living in Japan, there was a pet store that I would go to sometimes. It was connected to the hardware store that I go to buy stuff, and I was there. I actually bought my hamster there. Rest in peace, Masashi. You met her, Lauren.
I did.
I trained her well. Anyway, so I was at the store. I probably was buying like food for my hamster or something, and there was a monkey there because in Japan they have like they almost have no rules on like exotic pets, and it's really bad. Like you buy like meerkats and like monkeys and like all this stuff, and there was this monkey there. It's this tiny little monkey, and one of my friends was talking about she also saw this monkey at this pet store, and she said, and she like put her finger near it, and like the monkey grabbed her finger and then screamed.
Oh yeah, that's exactly something that would be in my nightmares of an interaction with a monkey. And just as we were talking about it, I got some flashbacks to like a video. Like, probably a Vine of a monkey with, like, a doll head on. And it was, like, in a diaper. And it was on the side of the road. Like, holding out a cup or something. Like asking people for money. And, like, I don't know. It was kind of funny, but... Yeah, it's like a cursed image just walking. It's like so creepy. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like anything, like monkeys are just gremlins. They're like humans, but like low tier humans that just want to mess with people and have no soul.
They're
like just true animals. But anyway. Yeah, my love for monkeys died. So that's why I don't like the monkey. Yeah.
Call
me prejudiced, but I just...
No, it's fair.
The monkey is everything that I fear a monkey would be.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. I mean, I think most people would have a good time watching it.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, I guess there's offensive humor, kind of. But it's not... Actually, maybe not in this one specifically.
It's not that bad, I guess.
But yeah, it's definitely outrageous humor.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's funny. I think it's, like, one that actually resembles a musical, too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty nice story. And, you know, it's based off of Aladdin. Another, like, beloved story. And there are a lot of references and jokes that people can appreciate. I liked it. It was a good time. The actors are good. The singing is good. The songs are good. I think it's just a good show.
Yeah. It's another quality Star Kid
production.
Yeah. And again, I think it's really accessible to a lot of people because it is Aladdin. Everyone knows the story of Aladdin, so it's pretty easy to get into.
Oh, I thought you meant accessible because it's on YouTube.
Well, no, free. I meant that. Well, of course, but like it's just easy. You understand what's happening immediately. Yeah. Even if you haven't ever seen Wicked or something like that, you understand what's going on. So that makes it easy for pretty much anyone to get into. Don't maybe watch it if you're a kid.
Oh, there you go. Good point.
Other than, you don't have to be an adult. Just make sure you have a maturity level. Mm-hmm. So don't show it to a child.
Yep.
And so my answer is yes, but not to children.
All right.
So next time, White Claw. Okay, so we're gonna do mango, White Claw next week. So before that, I did finish it. I finished my Croix. I bared my Croix.
I bore
to my Croix.
Abort.
Now hopefully it won't get aborted through my throat if I throw up. Because I was not feeling great drinking that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I think it was unrelated to the Croix. All right. Let me do my thing real quick. All right. So my pick. What are we gonna do? Ooh, this will be fun. It's Promar, the anime movie. I'm excited about this one. I watched it like 2 weeks ago though. But I'm excited to do this one. This will be fun. So Promar, it's a movie. Kill la Kill, and Gurren Lagann is a movie. Came out last year. You refused to see it with me in theaters. I wish I saw it in theaters. Wow. I'm upset. But that's okay. It's a good movie. I really enjoyed it. I'm actually excited to see it again. It's a robot movie. So that's next week's.
What? I bought my Croix.
You bought your Croix. So this is the close to the ends of the podcast. I'm Alana.
And I'm Lauren. And we're the Croix Boyz.
By this time the podcast should be back to its normal name. Mm-hmm. And it's on iTunes. Yeah. And it's on all the podcasts pretty much. If it's not on the podcast thing that you listen to, send us an email at the Croix Boyz with a Z at gmail.com and let us know. And send us what any comments, questions, concerns. Mm-hmm. Feel free to send it to us.
5, 6, 7, 8. You know Wicked and Aladdin, but now it's a parody on Circuit. But unfortunately, there's no famous YouTuber Will Smith. Everyone was pretty bad, except for Jafar. I hate monkeys. Maybe it's my prejudice for the animal. Monkeys were my fave. They were even on my bedspread. But one fave, he was a kind of a mean guy. To Jafar, and he just tried to. And the monkeys were creepy and loud and poop and scared for life. But anyway, that's my point. My song's a bop. I'm gonna live forever.
Sad story.
All right. Thanks.